Gators. It's Miss McConnell. I'm here to read you a story. Today's book is Boat by Eileen Christelow. Vote by Eileen Christelow. Suppose your town is about to choose a new mayor. How will you do it? You'll vote. Elmer, what are we doing here? This is a rally, Sparky. We're asking people to vote for Chris for mayor. I'm Chris Smith, candidate for mayor. I hope you'll vote for me. Those people want to vote for Bill Brown. Vote? What's that? Voting is a way to choose. You can vote for favorite books, favorite movies, candy bars, or even puppies. How the Chris Smith family voted for their dog, Elmer. 8 years ago, when I was a puppy at the dog pound, the Smiths came along looking for a puppy. They couldn't decide between me and a poodle, so they voted. I vote for the mutt. No, the poodle. Vote for the poodle, Angela. Mutt! But they could have flipped a coin. Heads, the mutt. Tails, the poodle. Tails for the poodle? That's not fair. Why not? Because two people wanted me. Only one wanted a poodle. Voting was the way to find out what the most people wanted. Me. Does that mean one person didn't like you? Well, you can't please all the people all the time, but I think I've grown on her. So if Chris gets the most votes, she'll be mayor. What does the mayor do? The mayor is the leader of the city. Let's go help Chris find some votes. If someone wants to be elected mayor, she needs to convince as many people as possible to vote for her. You have my vote. I'm going to vote for Brown. Grr, grr, you can't vote for Brown. Sparky, stop that. This country is a democracy. That means people have a right to vote for whoever they want. Humph. I'm Angela. I hope you'll vote for my mom. Gosh, I never vote. Measly votes won't make a difference. Many people just don't vote. Why not? Maybe they think their vote is like a little drop of water in an enormous ocean. Their vote is only one out of many, many votes. But sometimes the winner of an election is decided by just a few votes. Vote for Chris Smith. If people don't vote, they're letting everyone else decide for them. Well, I wish I could vote, but kids can't vote until they're 18. Suppose you couldn't vote. Everyone has a right to vote, or if they want to. But when this country started, only white men who owned property could vote. That would leave me out. Who decided who could vote? When this country began, the founding fathers wrote a constitution. It said how we would govern ourselves. It said people should vote, but it didn't say who could vote. That was left to each state to decide, and that was a problem. The states made unfair rules about who could vote. The Constitution doesn't say women can vote. It doesn't say only men can vote either. Women just don't understand these things. I don't own land, but I have a right to vote. The Constitution doesn't say anyone can vote or anyone can't vote. Hey, I just traveled back to 1789. Angry people protested. They wrote letters. They held rallies and made speeches. They marched, were arrested, and went on hunger strikes. Some were killed trying to claim their right to vote, but it took many years, 4 amendments to the Constitution, and several new laws before all citizens 18 years or older were allowed to vote. It took almost 80 years for Black men to win the right to vote. I want to come home. It was 130 years before all women could vote. Change the Constitution. Give women the right to vote. Amend the Constitution. All Americans should have the right to vote. We deserve the right to vote. Maybe we should vote. This kid should run for mayor. I'm going to run for president when I grow up. Oh, don't forget to register to vote. There's a booth here at the rally. Elmer, can dogs register to vote? Are you kidding? If you want to vote, you need to register. Where? At your town office. Or you can download a registration form from the internet. Or you might even find a booth set up at a shopping mall or at a political rally. Name, address, age, political party. I don't know if I want to join a political party. You don't have to join a party. Why doesn't she want to go to a party? It's not a birthday party, it's a political party. Political parties are like clubs for voters who share similar ideas. Ideas about what? About government, schools, healthcare, environment, stadiums? Is there a party that thinks dogs should vote? Oh, brother, you have a one track mind. I know. Do you want to join a political party? You've probably heard of the Democrats and the Republicans, but you could join the Green Party, the Libertarians, the America First Party, or the Progressives, to name just a few. Or you could be independent and not join a party at all. Before you vote, you'll need to find out about the different candidates. How? Read newspapers, watch TV news, listen to the radio, or surf the internet. Do you agree with their ideas? This says Chris Smith wants a new school. I agree. There's Bill Brown, the other candidate, saying we need a stadium. How do we know if Chris will be a good mayor? She lets us sleep on the couch. That's important. You might have a chance to hear the candidates debate. We need new schools. Classes are being held in the halls. There you go again, spending our money. Can I ask a question? Quiet. You might even be able to ask questions. Sparky? Earth, woof, earth. Why can't dogs vote? Hey, get that mutt out of here. Beat it, mutt. Uh-oh, I guess dogs can't ask questions. Wait, Bill, I'll take him. Is this your dog? Yes. Elect Chris Smith and this town will all go to the dogs. Oh dear. All the news is about Sparky. There's nothing about what I said. No one will vote for me. Mom, you rescued Sparky from Mean Bill Brown. People loved you. Wow, Angela is right. This new poll says more people will vote for Smith, especially dog lovers. I just wanted to ask why dogs can't vote. You're in the doghouse, Buster. Before an election, everyone tries to guess who will win. Pollsters ask some of the voters whom they're planning to vote for. Then they estimate who will be the winner. But voters can change their minds. Someone just called to ask who I'm voting for, and you said, maybe Brown? What? But Smith is so much better. That pollster should have asked me. How can you help your candidates win? You could volunteer to answer phones, call voters, address envelopes, or hand out flyers. Campaigns need lots of help. Do you need help? We sure do. We have to mail 14,000 letters by tonight. No, Sparky is not looking for a home. You'll give $100 to the Smith campaign? Thank you. We're hoping you'll vote for Chris Smith. Mom, we put address labels on 1,000 envelopes so far. Only 13,000 more to go. Let's get some ice cream. Bring some back for me. What do the letters say? Please vote for Chris Smith. And please donate money. And they need lots of money to help pay for phones, computers, stamps, flyers, bumper stickers, and most of all, ads and more ads. Where will they find the money? You might want to donate a few dollars to your favorite candidate's campaign, or maybe you'll be invited to a fundraising dinner. Would you like to pay $250 for a fancy hamburger and a chance to meet the candidate? Remind me why I'm paying $250 for a hamburger? Smith's campaign needs money. Brown has a lot more money for ads. If you donate lots of money, maybe the candidate will listen to you more than to other voters. Is that fair? Does that mean your vote will count more than the other votes? There's a lot of disagreement about this. Sparky's stealing the hamburger. Sparky, that's a $250 hamburger. By the last week of the campaign, everyone is tired. But the candidates make more speeches, they shake more hands, and they run more and more and more ads. Maybe, just maybe, they will convince another few voters to vote for them. See, we keep hearing Smith wants to spend all our money. That worries me. Chris Smith wants to spend your money. That's an ad for Brown. He's trying to worry us. Save your money. Vote Bill Brown. Honest, reliable, a nice guy. Honest? That ad isn't honest. Brown makes sense to me. Bill Brown's ads are lies, Mom. Well, not exactly. I do want to spend money on schools. He just doesn't mention that he wants to spend more money on a stadium. I don't get it. Whose money do they want to spend? Everyone pays taxes to help pay for what the town needs: roads, police, fire departments, schools, stadiums. What are you doing, Sparky? Shh, I'm calculating. 2 plus 3 equals 5, plus 7 equals 12. Smith's programs are cheaper. Some of these ads can be very misleading. Finally, it's election day. I'm worried. Lots of these signs are for Brown. It's going to be a close election. Most voters are assigned a particular place to vote: a school, a library, a church, basement, wherever there is space for voting booths. What if you're away on voting day? You can get an absentee ballot in advance. Some places let people vote by mail or on the internet. A few places set up voting machines early, but however you vote, you just have one vote. You can't go back and vote again. Why do they have to sign in? To check if they're registered and to make sure they vote only one time. In most places, people use voting machines. Many cities and towns are replacing old machines with new electronic ones, but in very small towns, voters still mark paper ballots with a pencil. However you do it, you'll vote in a private booth. No one can see how you vote. When the voting ends, the counting begins. Who will win? Stay close to your TV or radio to find out. Usually, a few hours after the polls close, the winner is announced. And the winner is my mom. Congratulations, Madam Mayor. I'll be Mayor Dog. We won. But wait. Uh-oh, Brown wants a recount. I'll tell her. What if the election is won by only a few votes? The candidate who lost can ask that the votes be counted again. Then it could take a few days or longer to carefully recount the ballots and find out who really won. I won by just 105 votes out of 35,000. That's why Bill Brown wants a recount. Recount? That's not fair. My mom won. But it is fair. If I lost the election by only 105 votes, I'd ask for a recount too. Brown wants to recount all the ballots that were mailed in. He wants to be sure all the new voting machines were working correctly. Do you think Chris will lose? She might. At last, the election is decided. In the end, someone does win and someone does lose. The votes have been recounted. Bill Brown was correct. Mistakes were made. Smith actually has 203 votes more than Brown. Brown lost. I guess we won't get a new stadium, but we might get to build new schools. I'm going to write a letter to Chris Smith and tell her why this town needs a stadium. She needs to listen to all the voters. You aren't happy? You wish the other candidate had won? Well, remember, the mayor works for everyone. Even the people who didn't vote for her, she'll need to listen to all the voters. After she is sworn in, the new mayor will have a few years to do her new job. She won't please all the people all the time, but if she does a good job, Maybe the voters will elect her again. I wonder if I'll be sworn in as Mayor Dog. Who says you get to be Mayor Dog? What about me? Sparky could also be Mayor Dog. I'm older, wiser, and bigger, of course. I should be Mayor Dog. I think we should vote. I hope you have a great night, Gators, and make sure everyone votes tomorrow.